Worship, after thorough examination, they established that I suffer 5 chronic health challenges. 5 chronic health challenges, which are very, very serious. And as we speak today, my life is in danger if they are not attended to. I have a problem with breathing. They mentioned it here. I have a lung complex with what they call residual mild cylindrical bronchitis. Which is a permanent damage on my lungs. And once I'm in a place with limited oxygen, I suffer breathlessness, and that's why here I was gasping for air, because the windows had been closed and I was not breathing well. Recommended that I should always be in a well-ventilated environment because of that pulmonary challenge. It's called my current pulmonary functional tests, which they conducted, indicated that I need that kind of environment. The second one is that I have a residue cervical radiculitis following a cervical 6-7 disc replacement surgery and the adjacent level C5-6 disc disease. That is the cervical problem I am enduring ever since I underwent a surgical operation on 29th of April 2024, which I have been nursing all through. And these senior consultants have strongly recommended, and I want to read the verbatim, their recommendation after that finding, that lukwago should have a spinal review by his primary spine surgeons in India to evaluate him for the persistent upper limbs radiculitis. It's a medical term. They were unable to repeat the MRI investigations because they were not certain of the compatibility of the implants, the artificial disc that were used for his primary spine surgery.
The matter has been adjourned to 16th of July, as you heard for yourselves, that the presiding chief magistrate is indisposed. And her only available date is 16th of July. Well, I think you had the report for yourselves. The Lord Mayor himself traversed the report, but one, the report confirms all the ailments that we were talking about, or we have talked about before court, and concludes with the recommendation that he be referred back to India where he was operated, and he be handled by his primary spine surgeon. in Fortis, India. The second is that he needs a well-ventilated environment for him to survive because of the breathing difficulties. And of course, you know how congested our prisons are. Number three, that he needs to live according to the prescriptions made by his doctors, including the use of a tinnitus pillow, which has since been dismantled by prison authorities. And the reason was simple, that they did not understand it. Now, instead of seeking to understand, you move into act in a manner that is injurious to life. You can believe, you can imagine. The other thing, of course, is that some of the findings conclude that his ailments, some of his ailments are permanent. He's got to live with them, but in accordance with the prescribed lifestyle. That lifestyle cannot be ensured in prison conditions. Unfortunately, the presiding chief magistrate, they said, is indisposed. On the other prayers that we placed before court, the learned magistrate grade 1 advised that we interface with the chief magistrate as the only person with jurisdiction to issue orders. I don't believe that, but that's her ruling. Because, I mean, who said that grade 1's powers are limited to adjourning? Because even adjourning and further remand is an order. So if you can't make orders, then how come you can make the order to remand further? But that's a matter we will address with the presiding chief magistrate, who we've been advised will be in tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be here and seek audience to deliver. In the event that indisposition means she's unwell, we pray for her quick recovery to come back and attend to duty. Omusibe alabikidde ku mutimbagano kye bataatubuulidde, kooti yokka ye yategedde n'abooludda oluwaabi. Kyokubiri, batuwadde okukomawo wano ng'ennaku z'omwezi 16 omwezi gw'omusanvu, olwaleero ennaku z'omwezi 7. So nga batugamba nti agumire ennaku ye kumala ennaku 9 eziddako. Nalwo lujja kutuuka, oba mulamu oba si mulamu. Ekyo kimu. Ekyokubiri, obulwadde alipoota kuva Mulago yakakasizza byonna bye tubadde tujja tubagamba, ebyuma ebiri mu mugongo ne mu lukizi, ate kati yafunye n'enkizo endala 2 ezeetaaga okussaamu ebyuma. Ab'e Mulago babadde tebasobola mussa mu kyuma kyabwe ekya MRI kubanga tebeekakasa obanga kikwatagana ne sayansi w'ebyuma ebiri mu mubiri. Okussa kwe kubi, baagala abeere mu kifo ekirina empewo bulungi, kukomera tekiriiyo. Era kyovudde olaba nga akugamba nti akkiriza okufa, naye yandyagadde bamuwe eddagala afe bulungi, aleke kufa mu bulumi. Kiri painful, naye tujja kukiyitamu kubanga bwe luba lutalo nga terunaggwa tosuula ngabo, kubanga wosuulira engabo olukoma. Twandibadde tusobola okuwummula ne tuluwummuza singa munnaffe abadde bweru, naye ng'ali munda tetujja kuwummula. Famire n'abalala tubasabira. Omulamuzi abadde tasobola nakuwa biragiro ku piro omusajja bano gye baayuzaayoza ne bagisokoolamu ebyuma bye batasobola kuzzaawo kati, naye ng'ate eri medical recommended, baagitumya Bungereza nga ne bino tebinnabaawo. Omuntu ayinza okugamba baagitumizza kati sobola kuketta biri mu makomera. Ab'amakomera tulowooza nti bandibadde basoboka kwebuuza, naddala ng'otandikira ku ye nga tonnaba kuyuza piro ya musajja, yeemuwa ku tulo kati teyeebakira ddala. Olidde kyamukisa mu nti omuntu alina obulwadde obufaanana bwe butyo ate teyeebaka. Mu buteebaka oyongera okulinnyisa obulwadde bwe. Alina operations 3 ezirindiridde. Operation y'okutereeza ebyuma bino bye baakyamya nga bamukozesa dduyiro obulumi bungi. Operation y'okumussaamu ebyuma ebirala wansi mu lamba. joints, an operation eyawano hiatus hernia balina okulongoosa bwalwawo afuuka cancer of the esophagus tugamba kama bakulu